guys, it's Jennifer, and I have a really exciting video for you guys today. I'm just so excited. I have designed my perfect Sydney Grace palette. So let me show you what it looks like. Alright, so as I said in my video last week that you guys will see the following week, we just got off an Alaskan cruise. We got here very early in the morning. I am wiped. Let me adjust this just a little bit. I'm wiped. I'm so exhausted. So my energy level is not the best, but I do want to go ahead and record this so that I can start using these products because I have not swatched anything yet, and I want you guys to be a part of that. So Sydney Grace just had their Christmas in July sale. I hope that you were able to pick something up if you have an interest, because it is a great time to pick up some things and to get some extra things and some discounts and deals, so I was really happy. But I took this opportunity to design my perfect palette using Sydney Grace shadows. I was so excited. So these are shadows that I really went through, and I mean, obviously, no one's paying me to design my own makeup palette, so it's not like I could design these shadows. So I did pull from her existing, I'm gonna say her, I just referenced that. I don't know that that's the actual correct pronoun, so I'm sorry if it isn't. But the company, regarding Sydney Grace shadows, I did pull from the existing inventory, which wouldn't be amazing if you could design or develop your own colors. But anyway, some of these were not quite what I pictured in my mind, but they were as close as I could get with that inventory. So that's the story, that's the hub. I can't wait to show you guys my perfect Sydney Grace palette. And then I got $60 worth of free stuff with it. So before I jump into that, actually, this was one thing that I purchased. This was her lip cream. And again, I keep saying her, I don't know if that's right, but this is their Sydney Grace's lip cream. And I went for Bailey is the color. I have never tried their lip creams. I was pretty excited. I think it's like a gloss lipstick hybrid. Ooh, this is a really nice color, I think. I wanted something that was very nude, and they don't have a ton of nudes. But I think that's pretty good. I think that's like my lips, except a little bit better. I already got some gosh on, but yeah, I really like that color a lot. It's pretty natural. So yeah, I was looking for something that would be a nice nude that I could just throw in my bag. So I think that turned out really well. And again, that's called Bailey. I don't know anything about the formula. This is the first time I've ever tried it, I've ever used it, so hopefully it will be a good one. Go ahead and show you this eyeshadow palette before I just totally freak out. All right, so this is her empty 12-pan magnetic palette. And I did purchase that to put my perfect shadows, perfect palette in. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, before I reveal my chosen color story and my design, I'm calling this palette Cool Metal Jacket. Can we just appreciate Cool Metal Jacket? And if that exists somewhere, I'm so sorry I didn't do any, like my hair's awful. Again, I just got off a plane not that long ago. But anyway, Cool Metal Jacket. I was so excited. So as you guessed, it's probably gonna be leaning towards the cool side. But let me show you, if I could design my perfect palette, Sydney Grace, let's design this together. All right, so this is what it looks like. Do you like it? I'm so, let me get the mirror out of the way so we don't have to worry about that. I'm so like in love with this palette. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's my design. I was so excited. So let me just say that this one right here, the first thing I did was stick my nail in it, and I was pretty devastated. So that's my fault, not theirs. Hopefully it will even out over time. But let me show you guys these shadows. Let me swatch these shadows for you guys. Tell you a little bit about why these are my perfect colors and why I designed and developed this palette. Again, one more time, just to show you. Cool Metal Jacket. Loving this. All right, so let me go ahead and show you, walk you through these choices that I made. So I'm gonna go ahead and apologize because I think this is gonna be a bit of a longer video because they did send me so many amazing products that I want to share with you guys. So I emptied my palette, so let me go ahead and show you, and these are arranged in my perfect little arrangement, so hopefully I can put them back in that way. All right, so the first shadow that I want to share is called Bailey's Bliss, and I got this to be a beautiful inner corner highlight. Ooh, Sydney Grace, if you've not used their shadows before, by the way, they're so pigmented. They're just one of my favorites. So there you go. I think it does have a very subtle blue and pink shift in there. I'm going to take my watch off just because it's going to get in the way of my swatches. But yeah, I think that's a beautiful inner quarter highlight. I think that's a beautiful brow bone highlight for my skin coloring. So I love that. So that's Bailey's Bliss. Then next we have Speedway. This is one of the ones that did sell out by day 3. This is just a really nice, cool leaning transition shade and a nice brown. So it's right here, as you can see, like it is not very deep. So if you are deeper than me, you can build it up certainly, but it might not be your ideal transition shade. But for me, it's pretty good. And it does lean a little bit cool and a little bit gray, which I also really like. So that's Speedway. Then we have this gorgeous purple called Mythical. Oh, I'm so excited to swatch this. Again, I haven't touched these. Ooh, Sydney Grace metallics and shimmers are just super wet. They're amazing, this formula. Oh, yeah, that's gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to put that everywhere. It is so pretty. So it is this beautiful purple. It's got a little bit of silver hitting it, as you can see. I just love that. So that's Mythical. So excited to get that one. Then we have Drift. And for me, this is going to be an all over the shade setting color. I really like the way that I have found recently is using my primer and then using a light colored shadow or a powder. But if it's a light colored shadow, I find that I get just a little bit better coverage for the other shadows. So I wanted to make sure that I put a matte skin tone color. Again, for my skin tone, I am not claiming this would be universal. But the good thing about Sydney Grace is that they offer usually light and deep versions. So if they ever contact me to design and develop this palette, I will make sure there are light and deep versions. But yeah, so this is just an all over lid color that I really like, and I thought it'd be, it's also good that I realize I'm all over the place. It's also good to have a very light color like that, because if something gets too dark, you have something that you can kind of pull it back. So I definitely wanted to include that. I've got my makeup eraser here, so I'm just kind of wiping down my swatchy fingers so that we can keep going. All right, so next we have Officer. This is like a purple gray, and when I saw this color, I just knew I had to have it in here. It is a purple, but it does lean gray, and I think it's so, so pretty. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. My hand was a little wet where I wiped the makeup eraser. You can see there, like, it's not patchy. It is because part of it was wet. But it is this beautiful gray, and I will just do that again so that you can see what I mean. So there you go. So like, it is this beautiful purpley gray. It looks purple, but it's definitely got a gray undertone, which I think is really unique. And I think it's going to go really nice with that purple. And it looks like something that you could build up to getting pretty dark. Yeah. So that is going to build. So yeah, really love that a lot. Again, that's called Officer. And you'll see like some of the colors really lended themselves to my cool metal jacket title. Not all of them, but some of them. Officer was one of them. All right, so the next we have Perfect Storm, which is this incredible like light blue, but it's got a little bit of, it's not like a completely just like sky blue. It's got a little bit of gray under there as well. So I really like that. It doesn't quite look as shockingly bright in real life as it does in the camera. The rest of these are pulling very similar, but that one seems a little bit brighter than it actually is in real life. It's a little bit dustier. So that's Perfect Storm. Then we have this gorgeous navy called It's a Boy, which I thought was a fun name for a nice navy. Ooh, that's a serious navy. Let's put it next to my blue. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. That was one swipe. It's crazy that. So yeah, I do think Officer is a bit patchier than It's a Boy is, but you know, I can work with this. It's still great quality, but that It's a Boy, that was next level. Next, we have, I'm very excited for this because this is the one that I stuck my finger in, and this is called Blue Mist. Make sure my fingers are really dry. So this is meant to have a blue shift to it. It looks very white, but I think it's going to be like a really nice blue iridescent. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really pretty. So unfortunately, you guys are never going to see that shift. It's never going to show up. It is so pretty. I wonder if I turn the lights down, if that will show up. No, even worse. But it is like looking straight on, you can definitely tell it's got white in it, but it is very blue. It's got like a purple around the edges, but it's gorgeous. And to be honest, I've got a complete look here that I can't wait to play around with. But you can definitely tell that it is blue. I wish that would show up. Like, it's so lame that it won't. Maybe if we get really close. You can kind of see the blue there, but it's blue. It is definitely blue. That is gorgeous. Love that. All right, let's go to the last row. The first one is called Dive, and this is a shifty, I believe, between blue and gold. Ooh, it certainly is. So again, this is called Dive. We'll put this right here. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. So you can see the blue, and then you got some shifting happening there where it goes to a gold. And to be honest, it kind of looks a little bit green the way that that blue and gold's pulling through. So that's gorgeous. That'll be gorgeous with these blues. I cannot wait to play with that. Next, we have Bravo, which is this beautiful army green. That was my cat, Trafford. Yeah, so this army green, again, going back to the cool metal jacket. That's gorgeous. Can't wait to play with that. That is so pretty. I think that would even be pretty with that dive color. I think that's going to be very pretty with that navy. Yeah, gorgeous. Love it. All right, then we have Green Mist, which is like the blue mist, this one, except it is a green shift instead of a blue shift. I was really excited to try these because I don't really have a lot of colors like these. So I'm going to try to also do it here since that seemed to be the best place to get the shift to show up. Ooh, you don't need special lighting to see that one. And you can also tell how blue this one is in comparison to this green because it is real green. Ooh, that's pretty. I love that. I can't wait to play with that. That's gorgeous. Let's watch that again just for good measure. That's so pretty. I'm just going to do a couple of swatches to see if it builds up, and it really does. So this one, gorgeous. And again, there you can see that green, but yeah, that's beautiful. And the very last color in my palette is called Polished Silver. Let's go ahead and try this one. I just love a good silver. It's a staple for me. You can wear it with these navies. You can wear it with this green. It really, I have to have one. And this one is just a pure silver. I think it's going to look really good with this color. I think it is going to look really good with this navy. What a beautiful Christmas look you could do with that. So I was really excited with that. So there you go, guys. That is my perfect Sydney Grace palette that I designed. And I think it turned out really nice. It's exactly what I wanted. And again, it's called Cool Metal Jacket. That's what I'm calling it. It's not a real thing. It's just what I'm calling it. But I really like it a lot. And I can't wait to try these and play with these. And that's why I wanted to get this recorded, because I'm not going to be able to sit on these shadows and not test them out and swatch them. So, God, isn't this dive so pretty? And this green and this purple and everything? It's everything that I wanted it to be. All right, so now let me show you what Sydney Grace sent me for free with my order. I haven't looked at any of these other than to just separate the ones that I purchased. So let me see if I can use my now semi-dry makeup eraser. Nope, I'm going to have to go do a little bit of washing. I'll be right back. Let's look at the rest of these Sydney Grace shadows. I'm having a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun designing that palette, and you can just see pictures, you know what I mean, and look up swatches of things, but you don't really get a feel if it's really going to work together or not. And I have to say, I think it really worked together quite well. Very pleased with how those turned out. So let me go ahead and get an empty magnetic palette here on standby. I got the old Tarte palette, so we can go ahead and start putting these in as we open them. All right, so it's meant to be $60 worth of free stuff, so I'm just going to grab and we'll just look at them individually. All right, so the first one, names are not on the packaging. They are on the inside. I will edit the rest of these so that the opening isn't so long. It doesn't take forever. All right, so this one is called Moonlit Kingdom, and it looks like this gorgeous blue. Oh, it's so pretty. It's got like a very denim-y sort of look to it, but let's swatch that and see what that looks like. Very pretty. Very pretty. Go ahead and throw that in my palette. Ooh. So this may be an old inventory. Some of these may be old, some of these may be new. So I can't guarantee that you can get all of these, but this is a very pretty dusty blue. I really like that a lot. That's actually going to complement my palette really well. But it's a very denim-y, dusty blue. So I really like that. All right, we grab another one. So the next one is called Truth and Beauty. And it looks kind of like a pinky orangey sort of color. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks a little bit shifty, to be honest. So let's go ahead and give that a swatch. Oh yeah, that's orange. See, that's the thing. It looked a little bit shifty, but in real life that's orange. And I don't have a color like that, honestly. I do not have an orange like that. So I'm really excited to get that. I really like that one. So the next one is called, ooh, I like this. This is called Legendary. And it is a nice matte brown. Love that. Need that actually in my collection. Sydney Gray shadows. They're so nice. So there you go. That's really nice. I could actually use that as a transition shade, but you can build it up to get it a little bit darker. Love that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. My kind of brown. Love it. Next one is called Aqua Fever. And it is a very, very teal looking shadow. This is beautiful. Let's go ahead and give that one a swatch. That one is a little bit drier than most Sydney Gray shadows, or they're metallics, but it's still just as extra. Look at that. Can we just say that is so beautiful? That's beautiful. I don't have a shadow quite like that. I love that. Beautiful. And the thing about it is, like, these are Sydney Gray shadows, so they're not just beautiful, they're going to perform. All right, so grab the next one. The next one is called Under the Sea. I got a lot of the green, blue, teal shifty ones, which I am not mad about. Oh, this one looks real shifty. As you can kind of see, it's got some green. There's some brown or something under there. Let me swatch that, because it's kind of hard to pick up on all the colors. Okay, yeah, that's beautiful. It does have like a brown green shift to it. So there's the green, and it looks real green. Like, that's very pretty. Let me see if I can get the brown in there. You can kind of see right there on the edges there. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's gorgeous. Oh, so pretty. Yeah, there you can kind of see the brown. So that's very pretty. Love that a lot. And actually, in this light, when I'm looking at it like this, you can kind of pick up on it. There is a little bit of a teal happening as well. So there's a lot of colors in that. Love that. Next one is called Golden Wheat, and it looks like a little bit of a warmer brown. Actually kind of got a little bit of a red undertone, it looks like. But it's very pretty. It is a little bit warmer, and it does kind of have a little bit of a brick undertone. But, oh my gosh, how pretty is this going to be with this orange? Look at that. That'd be really nice together. So far, so good. All right, so the next one is called Fallen Splendor. And this is another green-based shadow. Fallen Splendor. Ooh, this is pretty. This is also very dusty. Oh, it's got Manel in there a little bit. Ooh. That's a much darker green. Oh, that's very pretty. Yeah, that's definitely a darker green. It is, like, on the camera, it looks like those two. Remember, it looks brighter green, but in real life, they're actually very different. This one is more of a teal. I don't know why that just doesn't show up. That teal does not seem, let me put it side by side so we can see. Maybe if they're side by side, you'll be able to see them. Nope, still doesn't. But you can see, like, this is the one that has the brown shift on the end. But in real life, it is really kind of teal. Like, that's amazing how that shift is not showing up. But this green's a solid green. It's just a really beautiful, solid green. So I really like that a lot. And in real life, actually, this color that I just swatched, this green and this blue, actually look not that different. They do on camera, but in real life, that's actually a more similar comparison than those two greens. I don't know if, like, a lot of these are Sydney Grace, you know, trying to get rid of older stock, things that maybe didn't sell as well. I have no idea. And maybe that's why there's a lot of blues and greens in here. But she doesn't know me. Again, the company doesn't know me. And they don't know that I love these colors. So this is a win for me. I could see some people might be disappointed about all these blues and greens, but not for me. I'm super excited about it. So this is called Majestic Breeze, and this is another teal. It looks like a teal. Oh, it's another navy-ish sort of color. There you go. So it is, no, it's a teal. It's definitely a teal. It looks a little bit bluer in real life, but it's a teal. This with this, look at those two together. That's going to be absolutely stunning. Let me just, for a quick comparison, let me put my It's a Boy, the navy that I picked out, let me put those side by side there, just so we can see the difference between those. So this one is the It's a Boy that I got in my palette. So yeah, you can kind of see, like, this is your true navy, and this does have a bit more green in it. So it is definitely more of a teal. Love them both though. All right, we have another green. Like I said, I'm not mad about it. I love blues and greens, and I don't feel like eyeshadows and palettes really do enough of them. I think green's gonna be big this year, but I'll be already prepared. So this is called Shamrock, and this is very, very, very pretty. This is a drier Sydney Grace, a bit chunkier than their normal formula as well. Ooh, oh my gosh. Look at this. This is crazy how pigmented that is. And as you can see, it's not, and I realize I'm starting to turn inwards. I need to be wary of that. But as you can see, like, that green is not like the other greens either, which are a bit more muted. That's a loud one. That's all over the lid color. That's beautiful. And just for a quick comparison's sake, I would like to compare that to a couple of my green copacetic. I know I've gotten several of those greens recently. So I've got here, swatching of these was a little bit awkward because I'm running out of room. So this is that Sydney Grace, that Shamrock that I just took out. This is, these other two are copacetic colors that I've gotten in some of my monthly boxes. So just as you can see, like, this one definitely has a chunkier, thicker base, which is giving it this just real extra color. This one is a bit more sheer. These two on the end, I guess, are the most comparable, but they're still not quite, because this one has so many things going on underneath. There's a blue base under here that I don't know if you're gonna be able to see on camera. You can see when I turn, like, you can see that shift, you can see the blue base. Whereas this one is a bit more pure in its color, but either way, they're all breathtaking. So the next one we have is called Mom Ride, which is a very funny name. And it is another brown. It looks like it's gonna pull warm. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a warmer brown. Oh yeah, definitely. So here's the, why do I do this? Why do I always, like, no. Try to get them to go all the way around. I'm a horrible swatcher. All right, so this brown, as you can see, this one is lighter than this one. This one is darker, which is nice because you have a nice gradient there. But this one is definitely darker, and it is almost red. I mean, it doesn't look as red on camera as it is in real life, but in real life, it's like pretty brick. I mean, it's definitely brown, but it's getting ready. All right, so next, this is called Golden Rose. Let me try to swatch that out where the sides of that thing dug it up. So Golden Rose, definitely a mauve red color. Ooh, that's very pretty. That is very pretty. That's very pink. It's similar to this from Tiny Marvels that I have on, except way more extra, way more pink, way more vibrant. Beautiful. And we are down to the very last shadow. This one is called Footprints, and it is a peachy orange, it looks like. Let me go ahead and swatch this one. Ooh, no, that's an orange. That's got a little bit of a peach underneath. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's pretty. It's not the best swatch I've ever done, but it is pretty. So yeah, it does have a little bit more peach in real life than you can see there, but can we just, that's gonna look so good. I could use this as a transition, deepen it up with this, and put this orange. That's gonna look so good. So there you go. There are the free things that I got. So there you go. Here are my free Sydney Grace shadows that came with my perfect palette. And honestly, I think I got some real winners here. I I don't know which ones are my favorite. I really do love this blue. I really do love this teal. I love all of these greens. I wish you could see that these two are not as similar in real life as they appear to be right there, because they really aren't. Love this teal, love this green, love all of these. I love them all. All right, so that is it for me. That is my entire Sydney Grace haul. Sorry this video went on for a very long time, but please let me know in the comments down below what you think of my perfect palette that I designed, the cool metal jacket. Still really proud of that. And let me know if you picked up anything in the Sydney Grace sale, because I'm going to be watching for those videos because I just love watching the swatching. All right, guys, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.